Hello everybody, MuzzleMike here. This is the ITL, I know, but it's not in the lawn today, this week. Matter of fact, last week I missed a month due to fighting with the climate. And I decided, well, last week I just gave up last minute because of it. And this week I said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do it in the garage. It's muggy as can be out here. Don't know when the weather's going to rain or it's going to be too windy. It gets to the point where if it's too windy, even with my protection around the microphone on this camera, it is just too windy to hear my voice. But I figured I'd go ahead and do this video. It's on basically the basics of firearm safety. I feel that if I'm going to have gun videos on my channel, I'm going to also have at least one video on firearm safety. And these are just the basics. There's the 4 basics, and if you look around on the internet, you'll find these 4. You'll actually find a variety of lists that range from 4 to 10. This is the basic 4, and I've had these ingrained on me, but to make sure that I try to get across to you as best I can, I'll have a cheat sheet. Okay? And I will go over and add more details than what's on this cheat sheet. It's just a kind of cliff notes of video, I guess. These are the 4 basic principles of gun handling. And like I said, I've learned firearm handling whenever I was a child. I grew up in a household where my father, he had hunting style firearms. He did not believe too much in owning handguns. He just was against them. He was, I mean, that's just the way he was, and that's okay. I mean, everybody has their thoughts and opinions, and that's just the way he was. Okay, for number 1, treat every firearm as if it is loaded. Can't stress that one. Cannot stress that one out to no end. I wish I had a. Wait a minute, I do. My little PT-22. Treat it as it's loaded. Well, this one here, and no place to put down. You pop it up with the swing open barrel, pull it out. Someone can show a lot of the semi-automatic, most semi-automatics, you pull back and re-rack. I see it on how many different times, and I just like, oh, I cringe when people do this particular thing. Hold on. They'll say, oh, it's unloaded. Because I mean, they say it's unloaded, but they have a magazine inside the gun like I have here. They'll pull back, show it to you, let it go. But the magazine has rounds in it. It doesn't take it doesn't take a degree to figure out what goes on. I mean, they're working on the principles of how the gun was built. For example, this one here, it can be racked. It's unloaded. Okay. Then why is there a round in the chamber? I just did it the exact way it would load itself up while you're firing. So the best thing to do, pull your magazine out, check to see if it's loaded. If you got to rack it with this, you just pop it open, check the chamber. Now, if I was at a gun range and I was, say, going to go down and pull a target because they don't have targets going up, you'll walk across and pull a target. Check it out. I'd pull the magazine out, lay it on the bench. Pull the gun out, take the gun. This particular one, I'd have the barrel tilted up like this to show it's unloaded. Lay that on the bench. That way, if somebody happens to, whenever I walk up, I can see both of them are sitting right there. Both of them haven't been tampered with. It's unloaded. Best thing to do is recheck if you're not sure. And you just never know. I mean, you just never know. Somebody can, even whenever I am, say, somebody just unloaded it, semi-automatic. I got a light going out. and hands it to me, I will still open it up and check it. It's not that I'm being paranoid or anything. It is just being safe. It's to make sure that I don't end up accidentally shooting somebody else or shooting myself. Now, let's hold on. It's just a safe thing to do, and that's just all it is. And in my eyes, if you don't do it, then you're being a fool. Now, number 2, never point a firearm at anything you are not willing to destroy. Myself, I'm thinking if it's got a larger caliber, any type of caliber, basically anything you're not willing to obliterate, don't point it at it. It's just a safe thing to do. I mean, the way the guns are built nowadays, it is not like it's not going to go off on its own unless it's been very, very hit hard, or something jars a hammer or something that order. But it is a great precaution never to point anything that you don't want to obliterate. Yeah, you see me point this at my SUV a few times, but the thing is, yet again, unloaded. I mean, if I'd have done that and was loaded around in it, but it's falling out. It's unloaded. Still have the magazine in it. I haven't racked it though. I did that intentionally, and I just put it away for purposes of video. I want to point it. You don't point it towards anybody. I got a habit of pointing upward, which can be good, can be bad. Pointing at the ground can be good, can be bad, but you always point it at a safe direction to make sure nobody gets hurt. Nothing that you're not willing to destroy gets destroyed. It's just safe. Yeah, I keep folding my paper up. Always be sure of your target and what is beyond it. And that's something that I noticed with people whenever I was, other people, hunters and stuff, and even, I don't have to hang around the actual shooting community too much. I normally go out and the range myself. But I didn't ever see this, but they'll see the target, they'll aim at the target, but they're not looking at what's beyond the target. And I'm not talking on a self-defense thing. I mean, if you're pulling up on somebody that's coming at you, chances are you're not going to go through that person and injure somebody else behind it. You might, I mean, seriously injure them. And the chances, yeah, there is a slight chance there, but it's a do or die situation, or you could think of it that way. And to me, it just, you got to take that under your own advisement, your own consideration on that. Myself, if somebody was coming at me, I'm not going to pay attention to what was behind them. I'm going to stop them if my life's in danger. But whenever you're shooting targets, you got to pay attention to what's behind it, because that bullet will go through that paper target, or cardboard target, go right through it and on. That's why you always shoot in a responsible area. Myself, normally I shoot at a range that has dirt banks. That way the round goes into the dirt bank, hopefully never to be seen again. And number 4, keep your finger off of the trigger until you are on target and ready to fire. Well, these are just the flight 4, and I'm going to add to a little bit. I agree with that. I totally agree with it. I was trained. Even whenever I pull my pistol out of the trigger, my fingers are along the barrel. I even actually do one extra one, just keep the second one there. Even though it'll drop down under the trigger guard, and whenever I'm ready to fire, I'll drop my finger down to the trigger. Safety I've been taught this all my life, even with the rifle, shotguns. Finger goes along the stock, along above the trigger, or along the barrel on a pistol, or the action. Guns are a responsibility. If you're looking to buy your first firearm, say your first pistol. I'm going to unload this because I want to swing that a little bit. Your very first, say handgun. Unless you've used them so much in the past, say borrowed to buddies, relatives, I would suggest going to a reputable dealer, not a box office, not buying online. Go to a reputable dealer. Not if you don't want, if you got a little bit pricey, you don't want to buy from them, that's fine. But you go to them, see if they have the exact make and model of the gun you want. Have them show you how to break it down, all the safeties on that particular gun, everything. Then ask them if you are allowed to test fire. A lot of times they have the guns that you're allowed, and they have the range out back where they'll let you go back and test fire. And they can show you how to shoot the gun. Be familiar with it. Do not buy a gun. Don't even take it apart to clean it or anything, because you really should, whenever you first buy a gun, take it all apart, clean all the packing oils off, lightly oil in the right spots, put it all back together, then go out, shoot it to range, shoot it in the woods, whatever, or carry it in your side. I would say shoot it, because practice is the key. Practice, 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 and I can't say that anymore. But if you do not know that gun, higher chances of people getting hurt, you or somebody else. So it's the best. And if you go up to a jam up, you don't understand what's going on, and because there's a jam. If you took it apart, if you asked somebody what was going on with it, you would know more about it. You'd be able to unjam, understand what's going on, and do it safely. This particular gun, you pick up on the top of the action, pull the trigger just a slight bit, slides up, comes apart, field stripped. Easy. But to put it back together, I got to pull back. But I hope somebody will get a little bit out of this and tries to be a little bit safe. I mean, guns are not toys. No. Do they go out and murder people? No. People kill people. Guns don't. I'm holding this one round in my hand, which you might be wondering, oh, if you haven't been paying attention. This particular weapon with the tip-up barrel has not been modified yet. I don't know if I ever will be getting modified. If you look at it, it's got a feed ramp right there. The steep feed ramp. This is a hollow point. It's a flat-nosed hollow point. And I'd like to thank KLRSkip for the gift of these hollow points I got. Box he gave to me. But they will not feed into this. That's okay. I run the first one as a hollow point. Rest of them are my round nose. Now, to get back, does this feed hollow points, period? That it will. It will feed hollow points. The CCIs, hollow points, if you look at them, they are a round-nosed hollow point. It will feed those no problem. There's other brands out there that has a round-nosed hollow point. This happens to be a brand that doesn't. It's a square-nosed hollow point, and it'll get jammed up on the slide before it goes in. Not a problem. I use it in this one as the first one. And the other guns, type of guns, I can feed it in. No real problem. I'd like to thank Skip for that, and the other Skip, thank you. Let's KLRSkip. I'll put his name in the description. And I'd like to thank Hitchcock 45, and I don't name him very often. He's one of the, I don't know what you want to call it, he's a shooter, he's a gun enthusiast up on YouTube. I've been following him for a very, very, very long time. And he kind of reminded me, got me into wanting to do this video, even though it's been clunky and not really thought out probably very well. But I'd like to thank him, and I'd like to thank all you guys for basically viewing me, supporting me. I'm making videos. I'll be making much more videos, not just my riding videos or my vlogging or my how-tos. Why haven't I been doing how-tos? Been asked. Well, I haven't really needed anything really repaired, so except for my boat, I got to wait for the cash for that one. But that's why my how-tos haven't come out. Gun videos, I'm going to do more. I'm getting to more in the ideas what to use them for cameras. I'm trying to build up ammunition more, so I have spare ammunition to go out and shoot and show you guys. But yeah, I hope. Thank you guys. Thank you all. This is MuzzleMike. If you are not a subscriber, go over to my channel and subscribe if you like this video. If you like it, give a like. Give a like. I'm always all day long giving likes if I like videos. But this is MuzzleMike. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day, guys.